everyone, my name is Husky. This is going to be my first video, actually recording something for this channel. I am a Pokemon Unite creator who has loved Pokemon Sleep for a very long time, but my channel is Pokemon Unite content, and it's a lot of high effort, research-specific, scientific Pokemon Unite content, so I was a little worried about putting any Pokemon Sleep content on there. Finally, I just decided to make a Pokemon Sleep-specific channel. So this channel is going to be uploading VODs of when I stream Pokemon Sleep Monday mornings for this foreseeable future, and some extra videos on the side. I'm going to start a series here with this video where I talk about my box, specifically what Pokemon I have in my box and what purpose they are used for the most part. It's not really possible for me to do daily Pokemon Sleep, reviews. So on Monday mornings, I'll do that on Twitch, at least for the next month or so. Depends what that's going to end up looking like after I move in a couple weeks, but we'll see. That's neither here or there. I'm going to talk about the first Pokemon that I wanted to talk about, which is probably the most cracked Pokemon in my box. And we're going to kind of talk through... Hello? The sound. One second. I'm doing this on my phone, and I think my adapter has a little bit of a problem. This week, I'm on Snowdrop, just for some extra... I don't really know. I was looking for some Sneasel, looking for some new sleep styles. I did get a new Sneasel this morning. And while I'm here, I may as well make dinner. I have salads this week, but it is an off week. Usually I just sit on Calm Mind fruit salad, and I will explain why in a minute. Don't need mushrooms anymore. Might hold on to those herbs. Milk I don't need, and I think I am going to hold on to that ginger. So we'll just throw all that in here. May as well while I'm here, right? Also, my hair is kind of disgusting, but I'm going somewhere tomorrow, so I didn't wash it today. Which is also why it's back. Almost level 62 on Calm Mind fruit salad. So the way that I play Pokemon Sleep is kind of somewhere between min-maxing and casual. I think I love a lot of the Pokemon so much that I have invested in a lot more things than I necessarily needed to, and I'm just now kind of getting to the point where I'm like, alright, we're gonna focus in on a couple different things that we definitely know that we need, and look at specific dishes for each dish type that I know I can always make and try to tailor it that way. But for the past 2 years that I've been playing this game, since day one, I have been just investing in things as I feel like I need to when they come up, and I've since learned that that is not really the best way of doing things. So there are a couple things that I know for sure are great, and I think what I'm going to do for this series is kind of go through what I've got for each of the ingredients that I have, and we're going to start with the most cracked Pokemon in my box, and you saw him on my screen. It is my Venusaur. If you look at the RP of the Pokemon in my box, he is right there in the second row. His name is Frogge, and he is, I think, the first Pokemon that I caught besides my starter Raichu, and he is absolutely cracked, to the point where most of the dishes that I revolve myself around, or I revolve my teams around, are revolved around honey, because I can absolutely get honey. He's level 52 with no need to level him up. Once I get him to level 60, I'm in an absolutely ridiculous Pokemon. But this is probably the best, most consistent Pokemon that I got, and I got him, I believe, the first day of the game. Somehow the Pokemon gods blessed me. He was also the first Pokemon that I got to reach level 1000 ribbon, and he's close to 2000 now. Looking at his stats, helping bonus, ingredient finding, helping speed, with inventory later. As you can see, I caught up July 20th, 2023. Very early in the game. The only thing that could make this Pokemon better is that if at level 75 it had, ingredient finder S or something. But the inventories are going to be particularly helpful for how many ingredients this thing actually brings in. So if I bring up the rating of him here, I believe he is rated as 100. in the calculator. 92% at level 10, 99, 100. Raynon rates it very, very high at 100 at level 50. If I look down here, he is supposed to find me 108. I believe that's per day. He's in the middle. The only thing that could be better is a quiet-natured one, and I guess that's helping speed, ingredient finding M, inventory up M, so helping bonus is not rated as high. But this is absolutely unreal. It could not get much better than this. Even at level 50, I don't necessarily even need to evolve him. If I look at the rest of the honey farmers in my box here, we have this Venusaur at level 52. This is a shiny one that I have. If I put him at level 52, he doesn't have any ingredient finding. Look, 56 honey per day versus 112 honey per day. And then I have this pincer just kind of for fun, which he isn't even that bad. Hello. He isn't even that bad. And at level 60, 56 honey, about the same as this other shiny Venusaur. This thing is so good. Like, unreal, the amount of good that it is. If I take a look at some of the dishes here. I'm currently on salad week, so usually on salad week I sit on Calm Mind fruit salad, which isn't the most profitable salad, but I know 100% that I can make this 3 times a day with absolutely no problems. I run Venusaur for half the day, and then I tend to take it off, and nothing else higher than that has honey in it. And because my Venusaur is so good, I tend to use him to have honey in it. And I don't need any supplement either. It's ridiculous how good this is. And not all my ingredient finders are this good. This is the best ingredient finder I had. We're starting out strong in this series. For curries, the current dish that I'm working on, which I'll talk about in a later episode, is going to be the Inferno Corn Keema Curry. That's kind of the best thing that I can make because I don't have anything good enough to make the amount of leeks that I need. I barely even have anything good enough to make the amount of leeks I need for Ninja Curry, never mind 27 times 3 leeks per day. But I have more than enough for this amount of honey, so it would be very easy to overstock leeks, stock a little bit of eggs, and then get my sausage farming Charizard and my Venusaur on the team, and I would make more than enough. If I also wanted to make the Dizzy Punch spicy curry, that would be fine too. Usually on curry weeks, I sit on Dream Eater Butter Curry because of the Blastoise that I have, but sometimes I do just go for Dizzy Punch Spicy Curry just because I know that I can get that amount of honey. I think that's kind of the benefit of having a mono farmer, is I know that I can get that much. And I'm not really a mono farmer player necessarily. I invest whatever I kind of think is gonna be, I guess, the beneficial for me, or whatever I kind of have in my box, because I'd rather one thing that can farm me 2 ingredients for a day rather than 2 separate things. But not a lot of mixed ingredient farmers can actually do enough to make some of these top meals. In desserts, I can pretty much do anything in the top couple dishes with the Venusaur that I have. I'll just kind of zoom in on him here so you can see him in all his glory. Clodsire Eclair, no problem the Venusaur making. It said like 100 and something, 115. Let me go back. I'll go back to my Venu. At level 52. I'm on Snowdrop this week. I'll just put it in. 112 per day. This is without good camp ticket, I believe. I believe it is. Make sure. Yeah, no good camp ticket is on. 112 per day. So 112 per day is more than enough to cover all 3 meals of the top desserts. what is it? The Clodsire Eclair. More than enough to cover that. More than enough to cover Flower Gift Macarons, which is usually what I end up sitting on if I'm good camp ticketing that week. Jigglypuff's Fruity Flan, which is another one that I have up pretty high that I can easily handle with the Venusaur that I have. So this thing is very good. I think out of all of the ingredients that I am looking for in my box, my Venusaur is the one that I know I can 100% trust, which is why it is so high level without really putting a lot of levels into it, and why it's also close to 2,000 hours slept, because I've just been sitting on this Venusaur for so long. So the last thing that I wanted to do is kind of show you what this looks like at level 60. When I get it to level 60, it will farm me almost 150 honey per day, which I don't need to get it to level 60, so I'll get it there eventually, but I don't need to get it there. If I were to put in a random Venusaur here, nope, not you, a level 60 Venusaur with mono honey, and if I gave it what it said that would be the best on the calculator, ingredient finding, helping speed, inventory up L as its first 3 with mono honey, and a quiet nature, I believe is what it said, it would farm me 3 more honey. So it really could not get much better. And Venusaur is still the best honey farmer we have. Let's see, there's another. Pinsir is also a Pokemon that farms honey. Let's take a look. Putting him at ingredient finder, helping speed, inventory up L with, I'll just put him at 2,000 hours just because. I'll put the other ones at that too. With a quiet nature, 142. So the best Pinsir that you can think of, let me put him at 2,000 hours just to make it fair and say that he's at 2,000 as well. Okay, 2,000, he gets me 147. This one, 154, almost 155. Not even 10 more than the one that I have. And this one, the Pinsir, is still less than the Venusaur that I have with the amount of honey that it brings in. Still a lot. So if you have a good Pinsir, it's definitely good. But I feel like also with the level 3 main skill, it has level 3 ingredient finder. It doesn't trigger a lot, but I get the pity proc quite a lot because he does sit on my team a lot. So he ends up getting me quite a lot of value out of the ingredient magnet S as well. So let me show you the current team that I'm rocking with for this week. This is the Calm Mind team, and I just have my Tyranitar on here because it has berry finding and it tends to do better than my berry finders on this island, just to kind of have it. And then I run my apple farming Skeledirge and my corn farming Dragonite as well. So I can basically make any dish with the honey that I have. The rest of the more things in this series aren't going to be as cracked as this Venusaur, but to start things out, I figured I will show you kind of the best Pokemon that I have and an ingredient that I know I will never have to worry about for the foreseeable future of Pokemon Sleep, unless they add ingredients or dishes with ridiculous amounts of honey in them. So that is my Venusaur. Thank you for watching. I'll look to record some of these with more Pokemon in my box, so if you see anything here that you're interested in me talking about and doing some math about, let me know. Thank you guys, and I will see you all next time. Bye!